Hey guys, it's Wade coming to you from right here in beautiful Colorado. If you're watching this on Instagram, the video is going to be more than a minute long, so jump over to the YouTube channel at the Beyond the Process channel, or you can always find this link on the Facebook page at Beyond the Process also. So I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday, and it's somebody that I haven't heard from for a while, but I always smile when I hear from her. She's awesome. I love her to death. And we were chatting back and forth via text, and she said, "You look happy on Facebook." And my reply was, yeah, I think we're all happy on Facebook, because that's pretty much where we put our highlight reel of the day, is on social media. All the good things that are going on in our lives. Like for me, for instance, when I finish a race or I climb a mountain or something going on with Priscilla or any of these wonderful things that are happening in my life, they end up on social media, all these beautiful pictures of smiles and everything going on. But for the most part, although I do have a few friends that are really honest about it, for the most part, we don't post the hard stuff on social media. And it's kind of like that in life. You know, you might be, I know I've certainly been there before, sitting in a crowd of people, and I'm feeling some discontent inside. I'm feeling something that's uncomfortable inside. But I'm looking at others and I see the smiles on their faces, and I see them dressed nice, and I see them in all these wonderful, wonderful ways that they're presenting themselves. And I may be presenting myself awesome also, but internally I'm struggling. And this happens with a lot of us. And then what happens is we start to compare. We have that comparison between what we're feeling inside compared to what other people's, sure, compared to what other people are putting on externally. And the same thing goes with judgment. When we judge other people to be less than us, to be lower than us, it's typically because we're judging their outward appearance, their external circumstances, with something else that we're feeling inside, and typically that's our intentions. Like, we hold ourselves to the standard of what our intentions are rather than the standard of what we're actually doing. We might be doing something right next to somebody doing the same exact thing, and because we think we're doing it from a higher place or from a higher good, we could see ourselves as being better. It's not really a nice thing to talk about, but it does happen. But for me, and this is something that I forget sometimes, for me, the best thing that I can do is not compare myself to others, but to compare myself to who I used to be. Am I growing? Am I changing? Am I developing? Am I doing better than I was yesterday? Am I doing better than I was a year ago? And if I don't feel like I am, I can sit with it for a little while, and it's okay to be upset. It's okay to be not so happy with life. It's okay to be not okay. And that happened for me yesterday. This isn't fucking highlight reel right here. And I'm happy that I'm doing this. This isn't a highlight reel moment at all. So yesterday, I was really struggling with this idea that Beyond the Process hasn't come along further. That I wasn't doing more with it. That it wasn't creating more help for others. More than anything, I just didn't feel like I was developing as quickly as I'd like to have Beyond the Process come along at a faster pace. And I struggled with that. I got really funky and I got down. I'm not gonna lie, I got pretty sad. And this morning I got up with a little bit different perspective. And I started looking at things differently. And I started listening for better things. And I found so much. Whether it was in a podcast or a conversation with somebody, I found so much. I learned two things. Number one, Beyond the Process is something that I've wanted to implement and put into place, helping others, especially those in recovery, for a number of years. And it takes time, especially when all you hold is an intention and you don't actually hold the actions of doing what you intend to do. So I'm finally taking the actions, which is fucking awesome. But still, I didn't feel like Beyond the Process was far enough along. And I was judging myself and I was picking on myself about that. And secondly, and I'm going to thank Joe DeSanta from Spartan Race for this, there's this idea of delayed gratification. You know, you work hard, you put in the time, you put in the hours, and at the end, you get the results. For me, this is comparison to when I'm getting ready to do a race. Like I'm getting ready to do the Ultra Beast up in Breckenridge right now. And it's not so much the Ultra Beast itself, it's not so much the race itself that I'm excited for. It's the day-to-day training, it's the day-to-day moments that I put in that I really enjoy, because I enjoy the training side of things. And I know when I get to the starting line that all the work is done. The rest of it's just the fun of doing the actual race. And with Beyond the Process, I need to just kick back a little bit, relax, and enjoy the training, because right now I'm learning so much and I'm growing in so many different ways. But last night I wasn't giving myself that credit. And if anybody knows me well, there are two things that I don't do really well. Number one, go easy on myself. And secondly, ask for help. But I'm working on that. Just like we're all working on ourselves. Thank God. All right, folks. Thanks for letting me just get honest with you. I know, like I said, it's not a highlight reel moment, but it is real. I love you guys. Peace.